happy 2020! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy from Made by Lucy. Thank you so much for watching along. And to all my new subscribers that joined me over November, December, so exciting. So I feel like I haven't been on here for ages. I haven't been on here for ages, in fact, that is the truth. I had a real break over the Christmas period, sort of social media wise, had just completely stopped for a while, enjoyed my family, enjoyed the rest, did some sort of making time for myself, did some pottering. It was really lovely. So it's been a bit slow going, getting back into it. I feel like I've forgotten what to do almost, so hopefully I won't ramble too much in this. And I wanted to come on today and say Happy New Year, of course, because I haven't done that, and I hope you all had a really lovely Christmas break and a New Year as well, whatever you managed to do and whoever you managed to spend it with. I thought what I would do today is come on and show you some of the things I've been doing, and also what I have been doing is buying a whole mound of fabric. I've done loads of fabric shopping in the January sales, which you can see just next to me here. I went a little bit wild, but my thinking for this, of course, there's always a reason for this. My thinking for this was, you know, I'd buy a nice stash of fabric and then hopefully I could just settle down and do some lovely me-made garments through January, February, March time without having to scroll and find more fabrics, because I get completely distracted by doing all of that. Don't know about you guys. So I've picked up some lovely fabrics and I've got a few plans. And this year, for the first time, I haven't done it before because I've always been too busy doing other things. I want to do the Make 9 challenge on Instagram. So if you haven't seen that or heard of that, go check it out. I will put the details in the comments below. And basically what you do is you pick 9 garments, or some people sort of change it up a bit. Some people have been picking like 9 fabrics, for instance, that they want to use in 2020. That you want to have a go at making, and it sort of just inspires you really and keeps you a little bit on track. I'm not saying that I'm going to stick to these 9, but I'm going to give it a go, because this year I have made a resolution that I'm definitely making more time to make some me-made projects for me and my family. Last year I was so busy working, holding workshops, doing online stuff and things, that I didn't have a lot of time to make anything. But this year I definitely want to focus on it. I have until September, maybe a little bit longer if I extend it, to finish my fashion design degree, which I'm doing from home. So that is a major focus for me this year. So I'm going to be sharing all of that with you guys. And I'm going to be doing loads more of online stuff. So everything I make, anything that I come up with that I think might help you guys as well, I'll be coming on to share with you. And I'm going to be recording loads of fun tutorials. The one thing I am going to continue doing this year are my online sewing academy courses. So if you haven't heard of that before, I will put a link up here, a card up here, to show you a little preview of the video of the last couple that I've done. This one that I'm running 2 this year, one at the end of February and then later on in the year, and they're going to be focused much more on garment making, so dressmaking, and also on sustainable fashion. So I'm really interested this year in, you know, really being conscious about what you purchase, what you make, and make sure it's going to last a long time, you're going to love it, you don't buy things unnecessarily or clothes unnecessarily, and how we can change things up as well. So how we can mend clothes, how we can change it into something else. So really excited for that. So keep your eye open if that sort of thing interests you. And that's my online sewing academy. That's live sewing with me over 10 weeks. Yeah, so really excited for all of that coming up. So let me show you some of the things that I have been purchasing. Maybe I got some bits for Christmas, which I did, which I'll share with you as well. And a couple of things that I've made, not a massive amount. First of all, actually, I'll start off by showing you a couple of things I made in my sewing academy, sorry, not my sewing academy, that I made in my social sewing community group, which I run on Facebook. Last week I did a live sewing on Wednesday, my first one of 2020, just to get back in the swing of it. And we made these rather adorable, super practical and handy wrist pin cushions. I've been meaning to make one of these for myself for ages, and I thought I will do it live in my sewing community group, because I'm pretty sure there's lots of people that want to get going on sewing this year, and I know lots of my followers have got new sewing machines and stuff for Christmas, so these are just really handy and a great little project to use up some scrap fabrics and things. So I'm going to record a tutorial of this and pop it on my YouTube channel here so you guys can sew along and make one as well. Really, really cool. Makes me feel really professional, like a proper sewist, you know, like a proper sewist. Makes me feel like, I don't know, like, yeah, very professional wearing my wrist pin cushion. I love it anyway. And that was just made out of some scrap denim that I had in my stash, left over, and some elastic, pretty much. So super easy to make, but really practical. And it's really cute as well, because you can also pop it down, because it's a really good size. You could pop it down and have it as a pin cushion on your desk as well. So that's what we made in the sewing community last week. So I've done that. And in December, I did a live sewing where I showed my community how to make one of these snood or infinity scarf, you might call it. This is out of some lovely wool fabric, and we added a little secret zipper pocket in there as well. So you can, I don't know, put a few pennies in, or if you're going out to walk the dog, a few dog treats or whatever, and that was a really popular video, so we made that on one of my little live sewing sessions. Isn't it cute? I know, I haven't worn this out yet, but I really must. And you have a little visible zip look here, so you can put in there all, you know, whatever you want. For me it would be a snack, probably chocolate buttons or something, in the packet of course. So I made this with my online sewing community, and these are all little free sessions that I do on there, and that's on Facebook, so again I'll put the link below. So yeah, so I made this. So I was really pleased with those couple of little makes that I've done of late with those online sewing ladies. Just take this off now. And this fabric was, I bought last year, at the end of last year, from my local fabric shop, which is really sadly closed down, Fabricland in Salisbury, which we're local people are really sad about, because they've been there for many years. I remember my mum used to go in there and buy loads of fabrics, so yeah, we're really sad to see them go, but you can still shop online with them. So I've done that as well with my sewing community, so I may do a tutorial of this to put on YouTube as well, because it's a great little make and really easy to do as well. So I've done that. Other things I've been making, Christmas present wise, I didn't make a massive amount of things for Christmas presents, but I did make some of the little girls in my family these rather cute little bags. This pattern, or this bag, I saw in one of the Simply Sewing magazines, probably October, November time, when it was giving you ideas for gifts, in fact for Christmas, and I thought it was really cute. I've got a few little girls in my family that I thought would love it, plus my daughter who is 9, I thought she would love it too. And this fabric, they used this fabric, so this is an exact replica of what I saw in the magazine. And this fabric was from Samantha Claridge Studios. So I hopped onto her website to have a look, and I've fallen in love with her website. She's got some really gorgeous stuff on there. This is a fur and suede backed fabric, really luxurious, gorgeous. So I just bought half a metre of this. I made 3 of these little bags. I've got loads of fabric still left. The fluff comes off everywhere when you sew, so be prepared. Don't wear black, for instance. And I just bought the sort of bag strap, the chain here, off of eBay I found. So this really funky chain I thought was very trendy, and it's just for them to wear over them. Ta-da! I feel like I need to make one for myself. In fact, I've got a really nice chunky zip on there as well. So yeah, so I made a few of those. I made 3 of those for Christmas for people, which I was really pleased with, and they came out lovely. It was a bit tricky sewing on these bits on the ends. So to attach the strap, you've got these little D-rings. To sew these little D-rings on, you have to make like a little fold of fabric that you sew into the side, which is really thick. So my machine, the needle, was struggling a little bit. Fabric is gorgeous. It's like a sort of mauve plum colour, really gorgeous. So I was very pleased with those, and the girls loved them. So I did make that. That was little Christmas prezzies that I made for some of the girls in my family. That is pretty much all I done over the Christmas period for things other than making sewing for my Etsy store. Other things that I've been working on, I also bought from Fabric Lands some lovely fur fabric a few months ago, about 4 or 5 months ago, to make my daughter for Christmas, but obviously never got finished, a little fur bomber jacket. So I picked up a pattern, which I've got here in fact, this Simplicity pattern, which is S8999, and this is to make, as you can see there, this little bomber jacket with a hood and with 2 little pockets on the front. So I thought perfect. So I picked up this super plush fabric. Oh, it's so soft, like amazingly soft. It's gorgeous from there. And I've got this far on the jacket so far. I'm rather pleased so far. It's a little bit small for her. The measurements, I measured her and I measured her again. She's quite petite, my daughter, but I did, but I think it's come up a little bit short. She's obviously got a long body like me. I've got quite a long body, so I'm gonna have to remember that for future. So what I'm gonna do, the jacket on the pattern has got elasticated around the waist and elastic around the cuffs. So all I'm going to do is make a separate fabric channel and attach to here for the cuff elastic and also for the bottom, and then it's got a zip to go up the top. She didn't want a hood, she decided, so I'm going to draft up a little collar instead of the hood. So that's where I'm at. There's the little pockets there, look, just little front pockets. Yeah, it's very cute and super soft. So I need to get on and finish that. She asked me this morning, in fact, when that is going to be finished, and I promised her this week, so I will finish that and then I can give you share you some pictures of that in my next vlog. So really pleased with that so far. Super easy, simple little pattern. Again, this fabric was like my bag fabric. It just went everywhere, so all the little bits of fur come off as you sew. So what I did do is when I cut all the pieces out, fur was everywhere. I then overlocked around all the edges of each of the pattern pieces before even attempting to sew it together, which made such a difference. So once I'd done that, once I've overlocked all the edges of each of the pattern pieces, then when I pasted it all together, pinned it all together to sew, there was no fluff anywhere. It was much easier to sew, and also I could keep the edges together, because when you sew fur on fur it slips and slides a bit. So with those overlocked edges, so as you can see, it's all been overlocked before I even attempt to sew anything. So it just makes it much easier to sew. So yes, very pleased with that. So if you're thinking of having a go at making like a little bomber jacket of that for one of your children or something, I would highly recommend this pattern. Really simple to follow along and nice simple little pattern to make. So that's Simplicity. So that is in the making. That is going to be finished really soon, this week of course, because I've promised her. So that is one of the things that I've been doing. The other thing that I am going to be finishing today, fingers crossed in fact, this afternoon, is very late to the party. For Christmas I got the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book. I know, I'm so behind the times, but anyway, I have now got that and I plan to make some gorgeous things from there. And I also got the Tilly and the Buttons Indigo pattern, which I'm very excited about, because these little dresses are everywhere at the moment. Everywhere I looked, they've got these gorgeous little sort of smock dresses, like loose fitting ones. So I am currently in the process of making that, and I'm making the dress version here with long sleeves without the flouncy sleeve to start with. I bought this gorgeous fabric from Material Girl Laura, and I bought it before Christmas, and then I didn't quite have enough. I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I had one sleeve cut and I didn't have enough for the other sleeve, and I think one of the facings or something. Anyway, I went back onto her website and she still has them in stock, thank goodness. So I ordered some more. So that is all cut out, ready to go, and I'm going to stitch that up this afternoon. And this is a lovely viscose fabric, the little Ditsy flowers on, sort of a black background, a little white and sort of rust colour flowers. So I thought that would work really well. So that's currently in the making, so I'll be able to show you that soon as well. Other things I got for Christmas, I'll show you some of my Christmas gifts. These scissors actually I got for my birthday, which I love. They are made by Handy Stitch, and I read a few reviews about them online. They are really reasonably priced, but they are lovely and sharp, really lovely to hold. They've got sort of this sort of rubber handle, really look gorgeous, stainless steel, sharp, and a really nice shape to the blades as well. So as you're cutting along the fabric, it picks up the fabric really nicely. So yeah, I love those, by the way. But I also got this for Christmas because this year, 2020, I'm going to be focused on making loads more garments, and this also helps for my fashion design course that I'm doing. So I got the ultimate or the perfect fitting guide, and in here it's just basically got picture guide. It's really easy to follow along, of every kind of fitting, adjustment, alteration, draft you might need to do. So I am using that to help me get my perfect fit. I'm quite a slim fit, so I've got quite a long body, and I think I've probably, I didn't think I have, but I think I've probably got quite a broad sort of top of my shoulders and sort of nap, or whatever you call it, nape, across here, because sometimes I find that sleeves pull a little bit. So I think I need to make that a bit longer. But I'm very sort of slim. I've not got much shape at all, particularly small busted. So I'm hoping this will help me draft some patterns up. So what I would like to do is get some standard patterns drafted up for myself, like a dress, a skirt, that type of thing, maybe a top of some sort for my size and shape that I can just have as my go-to patterns that fit me perfectly, and then I can sort of jazz them up however I feel. So this lovely book is going to hopefully help me to do that. So I got that for Christmas. My husband bought me. He was kind of instructed to get that for me. But anyhow, I got some other little bits and pieces. He bought me also a new roller, woohoo, a nice curved one. So that I've already used. That's coming in really handy. I've got a new erasable pen, washable pen, so that's cool. And my lovely friend, another present I got for Christmas, my lovely friend bought me a gorgeous planner with my name on, made by Lucy. So I'm loving that as well. I love this design, it's very pretty, very me. So there are a couple of things that I got for Christmas. Let me know below if you got any gorgeous things for Christmas as well. I would love to know. Let me show you my fabric stash that I've been building up. Let me just have a slurp of my tea. So I found some really good sales over like from Boxing Day onwards, basically. So I've been building up my fabric stash, like I said at the start, to help me be prepared for making some sewing projects through 2020 or the first quarter. So I got really drawn to patterned fabrics initially. So what I've done is added a few plains to go in there as well, because I felt that my whole fab pile of purchases was just like florals in pattern abstract, which I probably wouldn't wear necessarily all the time. So the first one was some of this. This wasn't bought in the sales, in fact it was bought just before Christmas, but that was the first start of my stash building. Samantha Claridge Studios, where I got this gorgeous fur from this bag. I got her details from the Simply Sewing magazine. I hadn't heard of her studios before, went online, instantly fell in love with the gorgeous things that she has in her shop. She hasn't got a massive amount of dressmaking fabrics, but the ones that she has got are really gorgeous. But she has loads of accessories, so gorgeous buttons, which I've bought some, and also she does a lot of lace and elastics and things for like underwear, which are really beautiful. So you must go and check her out. Beautiful website. So some of the things, she's got a massive sale on at the moment. It's like 50 to 70% off. It's currently still on. I bought some lovely little buttons. These are the ones that I have gone for. I've picked up these, what are they, little animal print, tortoise shell, is that what I want to call it? Like mother of pearl buttons, 2 whole ones. And I got 2, 4, 6, 8 of those. I thought that would look amazing either, well, I think probably on the front of a shirt. They would look really, really gorgeous. So I picked up some of those. They were 50% off. I also picked up some of these, which are amazing. Look at these. These are lovely. Little, oh, look at those. Little shaft, shank buttons. And they're like little diamonds almost. Little, oh, they're gorgeous. They're really, really, oh, I can't see that. I'm holding that completely wrong. Really, really pretty and fancy. So I'm saving those, and I bought 6 of those, again in the sale, to add to kind of, I don't know if you can see that in that bag, to, I don't know, maybe on a cuff, that would look really pretty. Even on a blouse, they would look quite nice. I don't know, but I want to put them in my stash because I love them. So the other thing I want to do this year in 2020 is try and jazz up some of the projects I make with these gorgeous little extra bits I've got out recently. My mum's old button tin. So I'm going to sort through there and hook out all the lovely vintage buttons. So I want to add sort of thrifted things to my make. So with the whole sustainable fashion sort of thoughts, I want to make sure that I'm using some thrifted buttons and things as well. So I've hooked them out and see what she's got in her stash. The last set of buttons I bought 6 of these, are these like little copper metal heart-shaped buttons. Again, how gorgeous are they? And they are shank back ones. Again, just adorable. Even on like a little skirt or something, they're just lovely. So whatever I use them for, I don't know. I haven't got a plan for them, but I thought they would be really nice to have in my button stash to add the nice little decorative touches to some of my makes. The other thing I got from her on her website, in her sale, I bought some of this gorgeous cotton fabric, and it's a Sweet Bee Designs. It's called Shades of Grey, and it's got these adorable little like embroidery scissors on them all over, and it's kind of like a cream ivory background. It's 100% cotton. It's like crafting cotton. But I thought that would make an amazing Cali shirt. So if you go back, quite a few vlogs, I made a long Cali shirt, which I love. I love to wear that. I don't know where the pattern for that is, in fact. I would show you. Hang on a minute. Here it is, the Cali shirt from Closet Case Patterns. So from this gorgeous fabric, I think that would make an amazing short Cali shirt. So that is what I'm going to make. So that is view A on the back here. Thought it'd be lovely for like spring and summer. And I might add some of my gorgeous little buttons, in fact, to this shirt. So, you know, that would look amazing with those little diamond buttons, wouldn't it? Very glamorous. So that is the plan for that fabric from the Samantha Claridge Studios. Very excited about that. And then I also bought from her, this was a remnant brushed cotton, this gorgeous pink with horses all over, and there's just enough there to make a little pair of pyjama bottoms for my daughter. So that is the plan for that little remnant. So I have drafted those out already. I've just grabbed one of her pyjama bottoms out that she has already, and I'm going to, I've just drafted the pattern off of those that fit her. It's going to make her a pair of those. And I think what I'm going to do, the pyjama bottoms that I use to make the pattern up have got cuffed bottoms. So they're made with brushed cotton, but it's got like a jersey waistband with elastic in, and then little jersey cuffs on the ankle. So I've got some pink and white jersey fabric that I bought ages ago. So I think I'm going to add that to these little trousers. So again, they shouldn't take me too long to sew up. So I've got some on. I've got peach actually. in my overlocker, but I might put some white overlocker thread in today after I've done my Tilly and the Buttons dress and whip those up for her. So it's been washed, it's nice and soft. So she loves horses, by the way. So I bought that from the Samantha Claridge Studios as well. So that's for her. So that's the next thing I've done. Other purchases, fabric purchases. I purchased a couple of fabrics that I haven't sewn with before and I've never really been drawn to before. So I'm not sure if I'm going to love this fabric and what I'm going to make from it. I don't know. It might stay in my stash forever. But I bought some, I want to say Pontoroma, but it might be Scuba. I think it's Pontoroma. I haven't sewn with this before and I'm not a massive lover. I tend to like wearing more sort of natural fibre. So I like cottons, I love viscose, sort of that nice soft silky feel against me. Linens I quite like as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna love this at all. It's got a really smooth back to it, to be fair, and it didn't come quite as I imagined this fabric. So ideas, guys, I don't know. I've got 3 meters of this because it was in the sale. I think it was Flamingo Fabrics. It's got a lovely sort of dark navy background to it. Well, actually it's not mega dark. I thought it was darker. It looks darker on the camera here actually. And then it's got these little specks all over it of sort of blush colour and a turquoise and a white. And I've got loads. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make with this. I haven't decided at all. I didn't have anything in mind when I ordered it. It was just a really good price. I can't remember how much I got it for now actually. Hence I got 3 meters. So I don't know. I haven't sewn with it before. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something in the Tilly and the Buttons book I might be able to make from it. Maybe a top to start me off and see how I get on with that first. See how I like it. I haven't decided. So any ideas for this one, let me know. And then I bought another fabric similar and I cannot remember where. This might have been Flamingo Fabrics as well. I can't remember. This was a cotton stretch fabric. Viscose cotton stretch, I think. Viscose stretch. And again, I thought it was going to be like the blue speckled fabric, but when it came through, it is gorgeous. I love it. So this one has got a really dark navy background and these gorgeous big flowers on there. It feels really, really lovely. It's got a beautiful hang on it. So the drape is gorgeous. And I bought, I want to say I bought 3 or 2.5 meters maybe of this. I tend to go for 2.5 or 3 meters because I'm never sure what potential I'm going to make with it unless I know what I want to make from it. So again, when I ordered this, I had no plan for it, but now what I'm thinking is I've got my nephew's wedding in April. So this is one of the projects I'm going to add to my Make 9 actually. I am going to make a jumpsuit, possibly the doe and deer one, which I have been looking at for a while, but I wasn't sure what fabric I would use, but I think this would be perfect. It's got a bit of stretch in it, so it's got a bit of give, and I think it would look really gorgeous for a wedding fabric. Do you agree? Let me know. It's all washed up, ready to go. It's gorgeous. Oh, so gorgeous, and it feels so soft and lovely. I just think it'd be so comfortable to wear. Yes, I love it. So really, really love this one. And if I've got enough, I'd quite like to make a little top with this as well. Maybe a wrap top. I've just ordered a pattern and I'm not going to remember the name now. I will pop it down here when I edit this video for like a wrap top. I've just joined the Sew Over It PDF club. She had an offer on, if you join the club, how much should I pay to join that? I can't remember, again, terrible memory. And you get a PDF pattern 1 a month that you can pick from their download, PDF downloads. And if you joined within a certain period, you got a free pattern. So I ordered this wrap top. So I think that would also look really gorgeous made out of that as well. So absolutely loving this fabric. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So can't wait to sew with that. And I think it's going to be fairly easy to sew with. It's quite a structured fabric. So that is gorgeous, gorgeous colours. So really, it's starting to rain now, so I'm really sorry if you can hear it raining on my little roof in my little cabin here, my sewing cabin. One of the other fabrics I have bought over the Christmas period is this gorgeous fabric. Now this was from, I think it might have been from Jelly Fabrics. I will double check and put the link. It is a terry loop back sweater fabric, so it's got that nice sort of like terry fabric on the reverse. It's stretch, it's got a lovely soft smooth front, and it's got these really funky cool little animals all over it. I just fell in love with it. It was a fairly new fabric I saw come out. It wasn't in the sale. But how adorable. These gorgeous leaves. It's got a little elephant. It's got a little, what else has it got? A cheetah or a tiger, a giraffe, a zebra, a rhino. And they're so cute. I love it. So I bought this to make a jumper for me. Bit odd. But I just love it. I just think it would be the cutest little jersey. So I have also, before I bought this fabric, I bought the Cedar sweater, which is a just a little jumper design, a little sweater design. You can either have raglan sleeves or traditional sleeves on there, but it's a little bit shorter, so it sort of sits at the top of your trousers, which I really like. I like that, so I wear normally sort of high-waisted jeans or trousers, so it would sit just at the top here, which I really like. I like these shorter designs now. In fact, I just bought a cardigan from New Look. I should have put it on for you today. It's really, really cute little knitted one with buttons down the front, little v-neck, and it's short, and I really like that look because I wear tucked in normally, so I can sort of get away with the shorter look. So the Cedar sweater is a short sweater. You could put ribbing round, which I'm going to do. I'm trying to look for some ribbing that's sort of this sort of colour, or maybe the khaki, to make myself a little sweater. And I think I bought 2 meters of that, so I might have a little bit left. If I have got a little bit left, I might whip my daughter up some little jogging pants or leggings or something that she can sort of wear around the house. She might not want to wear that out the house now at 9 years old. You know what they're like? I would, totally, of course. Hence I'm making myself a jumper. So really excited for that one as well. I've printed all the pattern off for that. I just need to cut it out, and I just want to decide what size I'm going to go for, and then I'll share that hopefully with you. So that's another one of my upcoming makes. The other thing, actually, just thinking about it, the other project I want to put on my Make 9 are the Hudson pants, which I will pop the link below because I can never remember which companies make these. The Hudson pants, can't remember who does them. Fold Line, maybe? Because I want to make some sort of cozy homeware for me, so loungewear, because in the evenings I just like to get changed into my loungewear. So I'd like to make some of those. So that is definitely on my Make 9 as well. Just thought I'd remember that. And if I say it out loud, I'm committed. What else have I bought? So another fabric I bought, which I'm not 100% sure about. And this one was from, oh, hang on, the invoice. This one was from Patterns and Plains. I think I saw them come up on Instagram. And it is a stretch cotton satin print. So really similar to the floral, but that's a viscose stretch. It's quite bright. So like I was saying, I bought loads of print fabrics. It's got a really good amount of stretch. Can't stretch it when it's all put together. One way, so not 2-way. Well, actually, it's not massive, to be fair. No, it hasn't got a massive amount of stretch. Ignore that. It's quite vibrant and bright though, so I wasn't sure when that come through. It looked different online. You know what it's like? It looks completely different. But I had this on my dining room table, and a friend popped around the other night, and she said to me, oh, I really like that. And I was like, I know, but I'm not sure what I would make with it now. It's a bit bright and vibrant for me. And she said, why not a long sort of midi skirt, pencil skirt with a split up the front with buttons down the front? And I was like, okay. So I'm thinking that is what I'm going to go for. So it'll be like a midi skirt a split up the front and then big chunky buttons down sort of one side of the skirt. So that I think is now what I'm going to go for, and make quite a cute, actually it could make quite a nice little A-line skirt even. Anyway, that was a bargain as well. I think that was, I bought 2.5 meters. It doesn't say what I paid for it on there, but it was in the sale, so I picked up some of that as well. So yes, so possibly a skirt. We will see how I get on with that and what I choose to do. So if you've got any ideas, let me know below. It's got a little bit of stretch, so a skirt would probably work really well. And then in Fabricland, because our local one is closed down, I popped in there before they closed and picked up some just block jersey colours. So I've got a lovely grey jersey fabric. This one is a really nice thickness actually. So I thought maybe some of the Tilly in the buttons patterns I could use this for, make myself a little t-shirt. So probably the, where's my Tilly in the buttons book gone? Let's have a look. The I'm so terrible at remembering names of things. I really need to work on this a little bit. Which one is it? The Freya sweater I thought would be nice, the little roll neck, because I really like wearing higher neck things. And also I thought I could do the, is it the Joni dress, but make that into a top with the little twisted front on it. Yes, the Joni dress. So I'm thinking maybe a couple of tops like that. So one with a little twisted top, like the one that Tilly's wearing in the front, that's the Joni dress. So a grey, maybe just a plain t-shirt as well. And then I bought a pink. This one's a little bit thinner, but still really soft and nice. So a nice pink. And then I bought also, this is a bit of Pontoroma actually, but a really, oh, so soft. This one's so soft. So this I thought would make some sort of really gorgeous warm top. And in fact, if my Sew Over It wrap top goes well, that might make quite a nice little wrap top. It's quite nice to have a nice little bit of white in your wardrobe to go with trousers and things. So I bought those as well. The other thing I bought from Fabricland is I bought some more Pontoroma actually, which I haven't got here, which is a just a really dark grey. Again, I'm not sure what I would make with that. I'm thinking maybe a pair of trousers, sort of wide leg trousers, or culottes maybe. We'll see. They won't have amazing hang, but we'll see. I haven't decided. And then I also bought a big stash of this gorgeous black crushed velvet, because I've been dying to use some velvet, and I wanted to brave it and choose a brighter colour like blue or plum or something, but when I was looking at them I just thought, am I definitely going to wear that? I need to be more daring. I always live in black, so I've gone for black because I'm more likely to wear it. So again, that would look really amazing in velvet. So I'm going to have a go probably later on in the year at venturing into making something with velvet. And I thought also I might make my daughter a little maybe sort of strappy velvet dress as well. We'll see. I've got loads of that. I've got loads to keep me going. So that will probably be much later on in the year. I think that is everything I've got. So much. I've just gone wild buying fabrics, but you know, it's good to have a good stash, isn't it? I'll add it to my existing stash. And in fact, I'm trying to find some better storage for my fabric supplies, for my me-made stuff, because I want to be able to see it in front of me so that I can sort of remember what I've got to start with, and then decide what I'm going to be making with it. So that is what I've been doing, as well as really busy in my business sewing up gorgeous orders for Christmas things. Really excited for this year though to be making loads more me-made stuff and really sort of sticking to my resolution solutions, which is to be as sustainable as I can, even though I just bought all of this fabric, but basically by making my own clothes, adding some lovely little vintage touches to those as well, so buttons and laces and things that I might already have on existing clothes that I can reuse, trying to get more from charity shops as well, so trying to be just really conscious about what I'm spending my money on, where it's come from, and how I can reuse it, and having lots of fun. And I will share all of this, of course, with you guys. And in between that, also I'm going to be sharing lots of little tutorials on my YouTube channel here to give you loads of inspiration and help you learn to sew as well. So hopefully that's going to motivate you guys as well to have a go, get your sewing machines out, make some fun little projects like my little wrist pin cushion, for instance. Yeah, and give you some ideas. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I feel like this is a really long video, but I haven't been on for so long. I hope on the next one I'm going to have loads of me made stuff to show you. Really, really excited. I'm going to make a couple of bits this afternoon. We'll finish a couple of bits. And yeah, look out for my little tutorials on bits and pieces to make and have a go at. Really simple little stash busting ideas. So if you want to have a go at making this wrist pin cushion, highly recommended, absolutely love it, then subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the video, and look out for that. That's coming this week. And I will see you all again soon. Have an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you've got any suggestions and comments, pop them below. I'd love to hear what you're making too. So until next time, see you all soon. Bye.